Well, hello there, YouTube. It's your girl Cali Figure 8, and it is Wednesday, August 27th. The time is 11:17 p.m., and I am out doing my walk for day 10. I look a hot mess. I feel a hot mess, but I am committed to walking, so here I am. Um, I have been consistent with my 30 minutes for 30-day challenge. I've typically been walking around 11 o'clock at night. I'm in a funk. I feel overwhelmed. I think I'm teeter-totting on the verge of a depression. And I am really fighting with that. But nonetheless, I'm staying committed to my goal of walking and building up a habit of exercise. I do have some friends, particularly one who has been walking every single day. And the fact that she's on the East Coast, so she walks before I do every day. The fact that she walks and uses my hashtag on Instagram is motivation for me to get my butt up and walk. So, like today, I got off of work at 5:30. I didn't leave the office till about 6 because I was talking to one of my coworkers who had weight loss surgery, and as soon as I opened my mouth about it, she had a mouthful of information for me, which was very good information that I appreciated her taking the time to talk to me. And I had to make a stop at the store, but when I got home, I just wanted to get in my bed, and I don't know, I've been feeling like really angry, but since I'm aware of my anger, I've been keeping to myself because I don't want to take my anger out on someone inappropriately. And my kids, it's not fair to them. I don't know why I'm feeling like this. I just am. I've been feeling really for the past few days. I know that I'm overwhelmed as I get closer to surgery. Still having not made 100% commitment, and I think just general life, being a single parent, and my son's going to college, so he just turned 19 and he's starting school, and his dad is not helping as he said he would all of these years. When my son was growing up, at one point I had him on his father. I had to put him on child support. And then there came a time where his dad stepped up, and my son actually went to live with his dad for a period of time. So I dropped the child support, and then when he came back, we had a verbal agreement, and he fulfilled it for like a year or so. And then he got married, and he felt that he could give me support when he felt like it. So, long story short, I applied for child support when my son was 17, and it was granted throughout his senior year. And his dad said the whole time that I should trust him, and he's going to be there, and he knows that child support doesn't stop at 18 or at college. 18 or at high school graduation, and that we could, I could count on him to help with college. And, here it is. School starts on Tuesday, and he hasn't given over any money for tuition. And if I ever needed him, I need him now, considering I've only been working 30 hours a week due to a knee injury back in March. So since March the 10th, I've been working 30 hours a week. And then on June 1st, I wasn't working at all. Well, yeah, June 2nd, I didn't work at all. I was off of work for 7 weeks on disability. So things have been very tight. We've been maintaining, but if I ever needed him, I need him now. So it's like I'm frustrated with my son because he was supposed to go to the military and he changed his mind, which I'm fine with that. But the whole time that he was processing for the military, I kept telling him, you need to look for a job or apply to see if you qualify for work study, which he didn't get financial aid, so I guess he wouldn't get work study. I'm the working poor. He's not eligible for any government grants, but somehow the government feels that I can afford to pay for it, but I really can't, not right now. So I kept telling him to get a job, and he had this idea of this is his last summer out of school, and he's a teenager, and so here we are. He can't even contribute to his education. So I have a plan to pay for it, but I'm just stressed through the process. And then I think I'm just overwhelmed in life itself because I'm always there to help other people, to be there to get other people out of their mess. And here I am needing help, and I have nobody to fall back on. And then it goes into the fact that I'm single and that I have a strong desire to get married, and I feel like, oh, if it were two of us, we could do double and it would be half as bad. And so I think it's just all of that coming down on me at once that's just put me into this funk. But regardless of it all, I don't feel like getting up and going to work in the morning, but I do. And I do a damn good job when I'm there. And I don't feel like getting up and going walking. But here it is, 11 o'clock at night, and I'm walking. So that says a lot about my dedication and the commitment to this goal. I did get on the scale today, and I had some movement, just a little bit, but it's movement, and the whole purpose of me getting active was to move. And then, so that's a positive. And then today, what do you call it? My ear is hurting. So I wish we had these lights throughout the whole community. My video quality would be great. But anyway, today I came home, my ear is hurting really bad. Like, it's my ear and my head, and it feels like a stress headache. It's not going away with Tylenol. So I came home and I got in the bed, and I told my kids, I was like, go order a pizza, and I had all my MyFitnessPal calculated too. I'm like, go order a pizza, give me some Cheetos and some plain potato chips. And I ended up falling asleep before they got back, but I was reacting emotionally, and I woke up around 9:30 or 10. I think my alarm was set for 9:30, and I snoozed it until 10. And so when the alarm went off when I finally got up, I was like, I really don't feel good. So maybe I just need to take a day off and relax. I was like, nope. I don't get a day off of being fat. I don't get a day off of walking. So I figured I would just do a quick update. Last update that comes to mind is the issue with the birth control. So I have a Facebook group with the members of my track for the weight loss surgery. And one of my group members actually had surgery today. She's the first one of us to have surgery. And two of the other ladies, we were talking, and one was saying that she's getting her IUD removed before surgery because she's been bleeding since June. And so another one said that she spoke with the surgeon, and he says that it's not a requirement, that they will do it. So it's basically my health insurance is making that requirement, making it a prerequisite, but they can't hold you to it. And I remember reading somewhere that it's actually against the law for them to force you to get on birth control for a procedure. So I was glad to hear that. So I said I was going to go ahead and call and schedule my appointment for my final body analysis and let them know my concerns so that they can waive that, because the only thing standing between my surgery, other than myself, is the getting on birth control. 13 minutes. Getting on birth control and doing the final body analysis. So if I schedule the analysis, don't have to have birth control, I'll be good to go. And I'm shooting for around October. I do need to talk to my administrator at work regarding my FMLA, since I did take 7 weeks. I think my FMLA was for 6 weeks, and you get 12. I'm sure 6 weeks will be enough, but I just need to see my qualifications since I'm working less hours. But we'll see. Another concern that I came up with this week is I was really thinking about like my post-surgery body. And I know people worry about hair loss. Hair loss isn't a concern for me. My mama snatched the sides of my hair out of my head since I was at least 5 years old. So I've always been restricted to hairstyles, and with the blessing of weaves and wigs, I can do pretty much whatever I want, and I do. So I don't worry about the hair loss. What else? People worry about loose skin. Well, look at my arm. I got loose toe-up skin right now. Even if I didn't have the surgery and lose weight on my own, or decide I'm going to stay this weight and have plastic surgery, I got to have plastic surgery on those arms if I want to get them to where I want them to be. Or at least that's what I feel. I am going to start implementing weights soon, and we'll see what kind of miracle that performs. But let's see, which way do I want to go? Go back this way. So my point is, my concern was losing my curves. It's already been brought to my attention that I lost some boobs, which is fine. I've never gone to get a bra at a specialty store, but I've never gone to a specialty store to get a bra, so the largest sizes that they carry where I shop is a triple D. Triple D has always fit me nice. And so that's where I've been, and I'm at like a double D now. So I know that my boobs went down. That was a given because in my natural small weight before being overweight, I was only like a B cup and maybe a full C after having children. So I know your boobs are fat, and the fat is going to leave from the fat. So I'm going to lose my boobs. And I'm not worried about not worried about a breast implant. If I lose my boobs and they deflate, hell, they hang it down low anyway. My future husband's going to love me, saggy boobs or not, because most women at my age with kids have saggy boobs. So I have small little flaps. I mean, if it comes to a point where I want to get a breast implant, but I doubt it. They're not that important to me. But what is important is my booty. I love my hips and I love my butt. And if you follow my Instagram, you can tell that in my pictures. I've always had big hips. I've always had a big butt. And I like it. So the question that has been burning my brain this week was, am I going to have surgery and possibly lose my hips and my butt? And so I posted in two of my groups, and one group, my track group, we're not very interactive. We just discuss surgery dates and such because we're still at the beginning. But one of my other groups, the Sassy Sleevers, it's a lot of dialogue, and some people responded negatively, couldn't believe that I would be concerned about losing my curves, while others were supportive and they saw things the same way that I saw, that to somebody else, loose skin is a problem, or losing their hair is a problem. But for me, losing my hips and butt is a problem. So I really, I believe in the power of prayer. And I believe that no prayer is stupid. No prayer is simple. No prayer is too much for God. So I believe that if I ask the Lord to keep me shapely, that it'll happen. I've seen it happen with some of the people that I follow. So anyway, I think I have rambled on enough. 18-minute video. But that's where I am today. I think the biggest thing you can take out of this video is that I have been committed to walking, and I am proud of that. So, if nothing else, I've developed a positive habit, and it has been very hard to come out here every day for 10 days. But I know that I have to do it. So I do. So I will be back. If I think of anything to talk about before my 20 days, I'll do a video then. But if not, then I will come back on day 20. And in the meantime, as always, take care and God bless you. Thank you for watching my journey. Pray for me, and I will pray for you. Be blessed.